This is Channel 7, WABC-TV, New York. Portions of this program were pre-recorded.
Hi, this is Melba Tolliver. Join me and the rest of the Eyewitness News team at 11 o'clock right here on Channel 7.
This has been a color presentation of WABC-TV News. This is Eyewitness News, the 11 o'clock report in color with Roger Grimsby and the Channel 7 Eyewitness News team.
Good evening, I'm Roger Grimsby.
Those stories: Jones Pets, Warner and Tex, Doug on the Ships, and the Queen of the Isles returns next on Eyewitness News. This is Eyewitness News, Wednesday, July 7th, 1976.
Good evening, I'm Roger Grimsby. Here now the news. I'm Roger Grimsby, that's Roger Sharp.
This is Eyewitness News, Monday, December 13th, 1976.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Tom Ellis, and here's what's happening tonight. Condemned Utah killer Gary Gilmore.
Hello, I'm Larry Kane. The Eyewitness News team is standing by right now for a live report, for information that you must know for the morning rush hour, for the controversies and the emotions of Blackout 77, when the Eyewitness News team joins you next.
This is Eyewitness News with Larry Kane and the Eyewitness News team. Thursday, July 14th, 1977.
Good evening, I'm Larry Kane. Our big story on Eyewitness News is the live picture you see directly behind me.
Agents came away with dope, guns, cash, and 30 people or more. An upset at Forest Hills today. Eli Nastasi showing why he's known as Nasty, losing his cool, and losing to an Italian in the second round action of the Tennis Open. And the Labor Day getaway is on. Thousands taking off for the last fling of the summer. Big crowds at the airport, the bus and train terminals, and on the roads.
This is Eyewitness News, Friday, September 2nd, 1977.
Good evening, I'm Roger Grimsby. Here now the news. 2 more Port Authority officials have now been suspended for allegedly misusing their expense accounts.
This is Eyewitness News with Bill Butel, Roseanne Scamardella for Roger Grimsby, and the Eyewitness News team.
WABC-TV, New York. This is Eyewitness News with John Johnson, Anna Bond, and the Eyewitness News team.
A United Airlines 747 jet en route to New York from Los Angeles has reportedly been hijacked.
New York.
A group of students waiting to get into a museum. Suddenly, a sidewalk grating gives way. We'll have their story.
Almost 5 years to the day since her kidnapping, Patty Hearst is starting a new life.
This is Eyewitness News with Ernie Anastas, Roseanne Scamardella, and the Eyewitness News team.
A fear perhaps shared by millions of New Yorkers becomes reality.
This is Eyewitness News with Roseanne Scamardella, Ernie Anastas, plus Warner Wolf, Spencer Christian, and the Eyewitness News team.
Tonight, once again, we get ready for more wet and more wind as Frederick heads in our direction.
We'll have those stories, also Stormfield's forecast, the Star Cars, a special edition of the Gourmet, and more as Eyewitness News comes to you direct from the newsroom in just a moment from now.
Roseanne and Ernie tonight after the game. This is Eyewitness News with Roger Grimsby, Bill Butel, plus Warner Wolf, Storm Field, and the Eyewitness News team. Broadcasting direct from the Eyewitness Newsroom.
Good evening, I'm Roger Grimsby. Here now the news.
We begin tonight with one of the most stunning upsets in sports. Our Olympic hockey team beating the Russians. We'll have reaction here and at Lake Placid, and we'll talk with the player who scored the winning goal.
In Brooklyn.
This is Eyewitness News with Ernie Anastas, Roseanne Scamardella, plus Warner Wolf, Spencer Christian, and the Eyewitness News team.
Good evening. It really was exciting. One of the most dramatic moments in sports, certainly in the history of the Olympics.
Match game tonight, 7:30. From New York's #1 news television station, this is Eyewitness News with Roger Grimsby, Bill Butel, Storm Field with the weather, Bruce King with sports, and the Eyewitness News team.
Good evening, I'm Roger Grimsby. Here now the news. Harlem's Sydenham Hospital is still occupied tonight by demonstrators.
Rock and roll clones tonight at 11. From New York's #1 television news team, this is Eyewitness News with Roger Grimsby, Bill Butel, plus Spencer Christian and Storm Field.
Good evening, I'm Roger Grimsby. Here now the news.
Day of disaster tonight, 7:30. This is Eyewitness News with Roger Grimsby, Bill Butel, plus Spencer Christian, Dr. Bill Gutch for Storm Field, and the Eyewitness News team.
Good evening, I'm Roger Grimsby. Here now the news. An 82-year-old woman, one of the most recent victims of murder in New York.
Spandau Ballet tonight at 12:30.
This is the 5 o'clock Eyewitness News with Tom Snyder, Katie Tong, plus Katie Kelly, Ira Joe Fisher, and the Eyewitness News team.
Well, thank you very much, Gil Hodges, and here's what's happening now on Friday, January 6, 1984. We have more trouble to report with New York City's Grumman buses.
This is Eyewitness News with Gil Noble, Tracy Egan, Jerry Azar, Linda Gellanella, and the Eyewitness News team.
Good evening. Here's what's happening.
This is Eyewitness News with Roger Grimsby, John Johnson for Bill Butel, Spencer Christian, Steve Kosh for Storm Field, and the Eyewitness News team.
Good evening, I'm Roger Grimsby. Here now the news. The most recent wrinkle in the Ferraro financial fuss.
Next, Hurricane Gloria. She's barreling up the East Coast and headed our way. We'll have the latest computer projections on the storm, and we'll see how people are getting ready for the worst.
And we'll have the complete rundown on evacuations, school closings, how to protect yourself, and where to find shelter. All you need to know about Gloria. Coming up next.
This is Eyewitness News with Ernie Anastas, Katie Tong, Corey McFerrin, Dr. Bill Gutch, and the Eyewitness News team.
Good evening. Here's what's happening. The word in our area tonight is get ready for Gloria.
This is Eyewitness News with Roger Grimsby and Bill Butel, plus Spencer Christian, Storm Field, and the Eyewitness News team.
Good evening, I'm Roger Grimsby. Here now the news. Actor Rock Hudson dead. His year-long battle with AIDS at an end. He was 59.
Rock and roll mom Pat Benatar, 7:30 tonight.
This is Eyewitness News with Bill Butel, Roger Grimsby, Storm Field, Corey McFerrin, and the Eyewitness News team.
Good evening, I'm Bill Butel. Family and friends torn with grief attended funeral services today for a young girl from Brooklyn.
The sale of the century moves to 4 o'clock starting Monday.
This is Eyewitness News with Katie Tong, Ernie Anastas, Eli Zared, and the Eyewitness News team.
Good evening. Former UN Secretary General Kurt Waldheim faces special punishment tonight.
The tragic spread of crack, Saturday at 7:30. This is Eyewitness News with Bill Butel, John Johnson for Katie Tong, plus Eli Zaret, Dr. Bill Gutch for Storm Field, and the Eyewitness News team.
Good evening, I'm Bill Butel. Tonight there are many unanswered questions surrounding the death of a 2.5-year-old boy in Queens.
It's Winter Kill tonight at midnight on Channel 7. This is Eyewitness News with John Marler, Rolanda Watts, plus Spencer Christian, Dr. Bill Gutch, and the Eyewitness News team.
with special coverage of the Liberty Weekend celebration.
Good evening. In honor of the Statue of Liberty, we have had 4 days of fun, sun, excitement, and spectacles, and tonight, the world's biggest birthday party has come to an end.
And if
the Miracle Mets come from behind and are world champs. This is Eyewitness News with Ernie Anastas, Heidi Tong, Storm Field, Eli Zaret, Corey McFerrin, and the Eyewitness News team with special coverage of the big game.
Good evening, everyone. Aren't we all excited? The amazing Mets have worked their magic. They are the champions of baseball.
Indeed, they are.
It's primetime Jeopardy tonight at 7 here on 7. You're watching Channel 7 Eyewitness News with Ernie Anastas and Katie Tong. Eli Zaret has sports, Storm Field with weather, and the Eyewitness News team. Now, Eyewitness News.
Good evening. A breaking story in the Bronx. A 2.5-week-old infant is missing and feared kidnapped from Lincoln Hospital.
You're watching Channel 7 Eyewitness News with Ernie Anastas and Katie Tong. Corey McFerrin with sports, Storm Field with weather, and the Eyewitness News team. Now, Eyewitness News.
Good evening. I'm Ernie Anastas, and here's what's happening.
You're watching Channel 7 Eyewitness News with Bill Butel and John Johnson. Corey McFerrin has sports, Storm Field with weather, and the Eyewitness News team. Now, Eyewitness News.
Good evening, I'm John Johnson. Bill Butel is off tonight. John Mahler is here.
Test your knowledge on Jeopardy tonight at 7 here on Channel 7.
This is Channel 7's Eyewitness News with Ernie Anastas and Katie Tong, Corey McFerrin with sports, Storm Field with weather, and the Eyewitness News team.
Good evening. I'm Ernie Anastas with Ross Abrams. Katie Tong is off tonight. Here's what's happening.
Controversial movie maker Spike Lee tomorrow on The Oprah Winfrey Show.
This is Channel 7 Eyewitness News with Tim Fleischer and Rolando Watts, Scott Clark with sports, Sam Champion with the weather, and the Eyewitness News team. Now, Eyewitness News.
Good evening, I'm Tim Fleischer, and here's what's happening.
This is Channel 7 Eyewitness News with John Marler and Ross Abrams, Sam Champion with the weather, and the Eyewitness News team. Now, Eyewitness News.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Ross Abrams. Here's what's happening.
This is Channel 7 Eyewitness News with Jay Scott and Rolando Watts, Scott Clark with sports, Bill Evans with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast, and the Eyewitness News team. Now, Eyewitness News.
A dawn of death. A suspicious fire races through the packed Happy Land Social Club in the Bronx, killing 87 people, the worst in New York in 79 years.
You don't forget. Something sticks with you like that.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Rolando Watts.
This is Channel 7 Eyewitness News with Bill Butel and Diana Williams, Scott Clark with sports, Sam Champion with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast, and the Eyewitness News team. Now, Eyewitness News.
Good evening, I'm Bill Butel.
Greg Hurst, Ross Abrams, Sam Champion, Eyewitness News at 5.
This is Channel 7 Eyewitness News with Tim Fleischer and Victoria Corderi. Bill Evans with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast and the Eyewitness News team. Now, Eyewitness News.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Roz Abrams, in today for Tim Fleischer.
And I'm Victoria Corderi.
Is Manelli and Corey Haim, A Time to Live, the late movie at 11:30.
This is Channel 7 Eyewitness News with Harry Martin and Sarah Wallace, Mark Stevens with sports, Veronica Johnson with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast, and the Eyewitness News team. Now, Eyewitness News.
Good evening, I'm Harry Martin.
This is the Tri-State Area's news leader, Channel 7 Eyewitness News with Greg Hurst, Roz Abrams, Sam Champion with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast, and the Eyewitness News team. Now, Eyewitness News.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Roz Abrams.
This is ABC. You're watching WABC-TV, Channel 7. This is the Tri-State Area's news leader, Channel 7 Eyewitness News, with Harry Martin, Marianne Wright, Art McFarland, Bill Evans with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast, and the Eyewitness News team. Now, Eyewitness News.
Good morning. It is Wednesday, March the 1st. A lot of people are observing Ash Wednesday this morning. I'm Harry Martin.
And I'm Marianne Wright. Our top story.
This is the Tri-State Area's news leader, Channel 7 Eyewitness News, with Greg Hurst, Roz Abrams, Sam Champion with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast, and the Eyewitness News team. Now, Eyewitness News.
From the scene of her death, the voice of fear in Kathleen Weinstein, police uncover another side of an incredible tape. Good afternoon, I'm Greg Hurst.
This is the Tri-State Area's news leader, Channel 7 Eyewitness News, with Bill Butel, Scott Clark with sports, Sam Champion with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast, and the Eyewitness News team. Now, Eyewitness News.
Good evening, I'm Bill Butel.
Channel 7 Eyewitness News, where the news comes first.
The edition of Eyewitness News which follows aired earlier this evening and was recorded for rebroadcast at this time.
This is the Tri-State Area's news leader, Channel 7 Eyewitness News, with Bill Butel, Diana Williams, Scott Clark with sports, Sam Champion with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast, and the Eyewitness News team. Now, Eyewitness News.
Another close encounter, sharp orders from the Pentagon tonight after National Guard jet fighters scream past another commuter plane.
Good evening, I'm Bill Butel.
And I'm Diana Williams.
This month, the March Against Drugs is here on ABC7.
This is the Tri-State Area's news leader, Channel 7 Eyewitness News, with Rob Hanrahan, Nancy Lou, Bill Evans with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast, and the Eyewitness News team. Now, Eyewitness News.
Smoke and fire fill the air over the Bronx. Newscopter 7 is over the scene at dawn as a shopping center goes up in flames. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Nancy Lou.
I'm Rob Hanrahan. Thanks for joining us. The fire broke.
This is the news leader, Channel 7 Eyewitness News, with Bill Butel, Scott Clark with sports, Sam Champion with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast, and the Eyewitness News team. Now, Eyewitness News. This is the news leader, Channel 7 Eyewitness News, with Bill Ritter, Sandra Bookman, Mark Stevens with sports, Lee Goldberg with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast, and the Eyewitness News team. Now, Eyewitness News.
A little girl who lives in this Newark apartment is in a fight for life tonight while her mother and a live-in boyfriend have been arrested for child abuse. Good evening, everyone. I'm Sandra Bookman. Bill Ritter has the night off.
The Lotto jackpot's $15 million. Watch the Lotto drawing live next. This is the news leader, Channel 7 Eyewitness News, with Bill Butel, Diana Williams, Scott Clark with sports, Sam Champion with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast, and the Eyewitness News team. Now, Eyewitness News.
I blurted out, you know, I have a crush on you. And that was his cue, I guess, that it was okay for him to proceed in what he wanted.
Tonight, the affair that nearly toppled a presidency, in Monica Lewinsky's own words. But you haven't heard everything. That as the president and first lady come to town, each with their own political agenda.
Good evening, I'm Bill Butel.
And I'm Diana Williams. Straight ahead on Eyewitness News, the judge's ruling on the Million Youth March, the test that will make it easier to detect prostate cancer, and the latest track of Hurricane Dennis. Keep it right here. We're up next.
A new season of Rosie starts September 7th on ABC7.
This is the news leader, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
A case of deadly force under fire. New York City's Hasidic community demands answers after police shoot and kill an emotionally disturbed man. His mother says cops overreacted.
What happened? He was not out to kill anybody. He never really physically hurt anybody.
Good afternoon. We're glad you're with us. I'm Rob Hanrahan.
And I'm Diana Williams in for Roz Abrams. New York City police are under...
This is the news leader, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Tonight, a new campaign to force drivers to slow down on the so-called Boulevard of Death. Plus, Hollywood on hold. What'll happen is a strike shuts down Tinseltown. Good evening, everyone. I'm Bill Ritter.
And I'm Diana Williams. We begin with Queens Boulevard. The city has already...
Winning numbers for Take 5 next on Eyewitness News.
This is the news leader, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Tonight, President Bush tries to reassure the nation after another ugly day for the economy. And 26 years after he vanished, a big break in the disappearance of Jimmy Hoffa. Good evening, everyone. I'm Diana Williams.
And I'm Bill Ritter. We begin tonight with the...
This is the news leader, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
A heartbreaker in hockey. The Devils give a good fight, but lose the Stanley Cup to the Avalanche in Game 7.
Plus, hoping to avoid the violence of last year, the city prepares for the annual Puerto Rican Day Parade.
And helpful hints for new dads as we approach Father's Day, teaching men how to bond with their babies. We've got some practical tips.
And you're looking live at Lower Manhattan on this Sunday, June 10th, 2001. Good morning, I'm Joe Torres.
And I'm Michelle Charles.
This is the news leader, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Tonight, digging out from one of the worst blizzards in the tri-state's history, and it will take days until things are back to normal. Plus, firefighters in Queens tonight battling a 5-alarm blaze in the worst of conditions. Good evening, everyone. I'm Diana Williams.
And I'm Bill Ritter. Tonight, a special one-hour edition of Eyewitness News, and that's because the tri-state is digging out tonight from one huge blizzard.
This is the news leader, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Tonight, for the third time in franchise history, the New Jersey Devils do it. They win Game 7, and they win the 2003 Stanley Cup, shutting out the Mighty Ducks before a wild crowd at the Meadowlands. Good evening, everyone. I'm Bill Ritter.
And I'm Diana Williams, and we begin tonight.
News guide to the Republican National Convention, Friday at 7.
This is Eyewitness News, the news leader, with Diana Williams, Sade Berenois, and Sam Champion with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Now, Eyewitness News at 5.
Demonstrators outside the courthouse as a judge decides whether to let 250,000 protesters into Central Park. 2 teenagers say they were attacked by a police dog, and they are suing the city for millions. Good evening, everyone. I'm Sandra Bookman in for Sade Berenois.
And I'm Diana Williams.
Win 4 winning numbers next during Eyewitness News.
This is Eyewitness News, the news leader, with Steve Bartlestein, Flory Stokes, and Bill Evans with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Now, Eyewitness News at noon.
Iraqi militants want American troops out of Najaf, or else an American hostage dies. That threat looms large. And licenses were revoked. Hundreds of thousands of New Yorkers have their right to drive taken away for supplying bogus Social Security numbers. Good afternoon. I'm Lauren Glassberg in for Lori Stokes.
And I'm Steve Bartlestein. Welcome to Eyewitness News at noon.
And that does it for this 5 o'clock edition of Eyewitness News. We thank you for watching. I'm Diana Williams.
And I'm Tim Fleischer. Eyewitness News at 6 starts now.
This is Eyewitness News, the news leader, with Bill Ritter and Liz Joe, Scott Clark with sports, and Sam Champion with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Now, Eyewitness News at 6.
Tonight, protest says hundreds of thousands of New Yorkers may be at risk of losing their driver's license. It's all part of the state's plan to guard against terrorism. And racial profiling in New Jersey. Are the steps the state is taking to guard against it working? And good evening to you. Bill is off tonight. We begin with those driver's licenses.
This is Eyewitness News, the news leader, with Bill Ritter and Liz Cho. Scott Clark with sports and Sam Champion with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Now, Eyewitness News at 11.
It's an annual New York political tradition sponsored by the Catholic Church, but this year, President Bush and Senator Kerry were not invited. However, that did not stop protesters from showing up. Plus, how to keep programs like Sex and the City in the city. New York now battling Hollywood for business. Good evening, everyone. At 11 o'clock, we begin with that controversial political dinner.
And politics wasn't the only thing causing a stir outside the hotel.
This is Eyewitness News, the news leader, with Bill Ritter and Liz Cho. Scott Clark with sports and Sam Champion with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Now, Eyewitness News.
A huge blackout in Los Angeles. People trapped in elevators, and in a city where the car rules, traffic is snarled. And a political casualty of Hurricane Katrina. The head of FEMA, Mike Brown, steps down from the embattled Emergency Management Agency. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for staying up with us. Liz is off tonight.
Win for winning numbers next during Eyewitness News.
This is Eyewitness News, the news leader, with Steve Bartlestein, Lori Stokes, and Bill Evans with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Now, Eyewitness News at noon.
It's Decision Day 2006. Voters head to the polls across the nation for the crucial midterm elections. The results will decide whether Congress changes hands and whether new faces will run state offices. Good afternoon. I'm Lisa Calagrassi in for Steve Bartlestein.
And I'm Lori Stokes. Welcome to Eyewitness News.
Protect our children.
This is Eyewitness News, the news leader, with Bill Ritter and Liz Cho. Scott Clark with sports and Lee Goldberg with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Now, Eyewitness News at 6.
Tonight, 2 people under arrest in a brutal double murder on Long Island. Were the victims shot and killed by someone they knew and trusted?
It was a conspiracy by these people to get rid of me.
And the Eyewitness News investigators uncover new evidence in the case of a police chief who claims he was stripped of his authority because of his age. And good evening to you. At 6 o'clock, I'm Liz Cho. Bill is off tonight. We begin with that brutal double murder.
ABC7 remembers all those who brought honor to our nation with their sacrifice.
This is the news leader, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Good morning. It's 5 a.m. Channel 7 is back on the air. A smoky fire on the Eyewitness News set left us in the dark last night, but we are so happy to be back with you this morning. 5 o'clock. Good morning. I'm Lori Stokes.
And I'm Jeff Rosen. Thanks for joining us. It's been a rough night here.
57 million big ones up for grabs. Live lotto drawing next.
This is Eyewitness News, the news leader, with Bill Ritter and Liz Cho. Scott Clark with sports and Lee Goldberg with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Now, Eyewitness News at 11.
Call it Dogs in Despair. A search for one missing family dog tonight turns into a shocking discovery on Long Island. Dozens of dogs in despicable conditions.
And too dark and too dangerous to search for people swept away in flash floods. Good evening. I'm Diana Williams. Liz is off tonight.
And I'm Bill Ritter. We'll have those stories in a minute. But first, a developing story in Brooklyn.
The team to watch is on Eyewitness News at 6 and 11.
You're watching Channel 7, wabc-tv, #1 in New York. This is Eyewitness News, the news leader, with Diana Williams and Sade Bedouinois, and Lee Goldberg with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Now, Eyewitness News at 5.
Good evening. I'm Diana Williams.
And I'm Sade Bedouinois. More on those stories in a moment.
The team to watch is on Eyewitness News this morning.
This is Eyewitness News, the news leader, with Bill Ritter and Liz Cho. Scott Clark with sports and Lee Goldberg with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Now, Eyewitness News at 11.
And I'm Sade Bedouinois. Eyewitness News at 6 starts right now.
Well,
the second time in a week, folks are stocking up and getting ready for a major snowstorm that has already dropped heavy snow in other parts of the country. And good evening to you at 6 o'clock. I'm Liz Chow.
And I'm Bill Ritter. A snow day tomorrow for...
This is Eyewitness News, the news leader, with Joe Torres and Sandra Bookman, Rob Powers with sports, and Heidi Jones with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Now, Eyewitness News at 6.
A billboard battle brews in New Jersey's largest city. Now, officials in Newark want this ad taken down immediately. But first, the desperate search to find survivors after the deadly and destructive earthquake in Chile. Good evening, I'm Joe Torres.
And I'm Sandra Bookman. A seemingly...
Now, New York's #1 news. Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Do the lunches you pack for your children pose a health risk? Alarming new information about the bag lunches kids bring to school and camp.
But first at 4, a routing on Wall Street. The markets plunged below 11,000 for the first time since November as investors react to the country's credit downgrade. And good afternoon to you. I'm Liz Chow.
I'm David Navarro. The closing bell.
This is New York's #1 news. Channel 7 Eyewitness News. With Diana Williams and Sade Bateran-Waugh. And Lee Goldberg with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Now, Eyewitness News at 5.
And Super Bowl weekend is almost upon us. Just over 48 hours until the big Sunday showdown. We have the rivalry, the predictions, and the final preparations. But first, there is growing anger after a deadly police shooting. An unarmed man killed. New information about what happened inside the home. Good evening. I'm Diana Williams.
And I'm Sade Bateran-Waugh. We begin with that deadly police shooting in the Bronx. We have...
This is New York's #1 news. Channel 7 Eyewitness News. With Bill Ritter and Liz Cho. Rob Powers with sports. And Lee Goldberg with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Now, Eyewitness News at 6.
More crime targeting religious sites. Tonight, a search for burglars hitting houses of worship in the Bronx. And a major victory for supporters of same-sex marriages in New Jersey. And good evening to you at 6 o'clock. I'm Liz Cho.
And I'm Bill Ritter. More on those stories in a minute, but we're going to...
This is New York's #1 news. Channel 7 Eyewitness News. With Bill Ritter and Sade Bateran-Waugh. Rob Powers with sports. And Lee Goldberg with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Now, Eyewitness News at 11. This is New York's #1 news. Channel 7 Eyewitness News. With Lori Stokes and Ken Rosado. And Bill Evans with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Now, Eyewitness News at noon.
Offering their...
This is New York's #1 news. Channel 7 Eyewitness News. With Liz Cho and David Navarro. And Lee Goldberg with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Now, Eyewitness News first at 4.
No final decision yet. President Obama still weighing all his options when it comes to a possible military strike against Syria. This after a day of tough talk from the White House.
We cannot accept a world where women and children and innocent civilians are gassed.
So the primary question is really no longer what do we know? The question is what are we in the world going to do about it?
And good afternoon, I'm Lori Stokes.
And I'm Bill Ritter. David and Liz are off today. The president speaking.
This is New York's #1 news. Channel 7 Eyewitness News. With Bill Ritter and Liz Cho. Rob Powers with sports. And Lee Goldberg with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Now, Eyewitness News at 6.
You are my true inspiration to give 100% and my guardian angel. I love you and God bless.
The pain still raw, the emotions still spilling over 12 years later as the families of the victims and the world remember the anniversary of 9/11. And the road to New York City Hall hits a nasty bump in the road. Bill de Blasio winning the Democratic primary for mayor, Bill Thompson coming in second. But what we don't know yet is whether there'll be a runoff. The biggest city in the country says that it won't finish counting ballots until next week. Good evening, everyone, at 6 o'clock. I'm Bill Ritter.
And I'm Liz Cho. We're going to have much more on those two stories coming up in just a minute, but we're going to begin tonight with some breaking news out of Newark, New Jersey.
This This is breaking news from Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
It was a regular Monday at the mall, and then all of a sudden, I didn't even believe it at first, and then the mall security literally had to scream, get the F out.
Just a regular Monday night at the mall, and then suddenly a mad dash for cover. Reports of shots fired at New Jersey's largest mall in Paramus, and it's now on lockdown. The gunman apparently still on the loose with a reported assault-style weapon on him. Hundreds of police from all over northern New Jersey now surrounding this scene. Good evening, everyone. I'm Bill Ritter at 11 o'clock.
And I'm Sandra Bookman. Sade has the night off.
Still more news ahead.
Eyewitness News at 5 starts right now.
Now, New York's #1 news. Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
New at 5, a New Jersey sheriff's deputy under fire after a rant on Facebook. His profanity-filled post against Muslims. And new details about the beating in Queens of a man who dressed as a woman. The question tonight, was this a hate crime? Good evening. I'm Sade Better-Wong.
And I'm Diana Williams, and we're going to have more on those stories in a moment. But first, breaking news. One of the most powerful men in New York State politics found guilty of corruption.
Now, New York's #1 news. Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
It's the country's biggest and most famous party, and right now it's in full swing. The crossroads of the world. Tonight, Celebration Central. 1 million people partying in the streets, thousands of cops trying to keep them all safe. Good evening, everyone. At 11 o'clock on this New Year's Eve, I'm Bill Ritter.
And I'm Sade Better-Wong. Less than an hour left in 2015.
This is New York's #1 news. Channel 7 Eyewitness News. With Liz Cho and David Navarro. And Lee Goldberg with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Now, Eyewitness News, first at 4.
This afternoon, a middle school student is now charged with stabbing a 14-year-old on his way to school.
We also have new information in a deadly plane accident on Long Island. Investigators just spoke about the crash.
Plus, a possible bombshell new development. We're going to tell you who singer Prince arranged to meet with just hours before his death.
And happening right now, President Obama in Flint, Michigan, hoping to put a spotlight on water safety. And good afternoon, I'm David Navarro.
And I'm Liz Cho. We're going to begin with that 8th grader who stabbed.
There's still more news ahead.
Eyewitness News at 5 begins right now.
Now, New York's #1 news. Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
A boy just 13 years old charged with stabbing a fellow.
Eyewitness News at 6 starts right now.
This is New York's #1 news. Channel 7 Eyewitness News. With Bill Ritter and Liz Cho. Ryan Field with sports. And Lee Goldberg with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Now, Eyewitness News at 6.
The cops were chasing him and shooting. I mean, pow, 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 pow.
A police chase ends in gunfire. Officers from Westchester County finally stopped the suspect in the Bronx, but not before a passenger in the car is injured. And a man accused of having child pornography and illegal drugs faces a judge. But this is no ordinary defendant. This man is a priest. And a developing story right now, a 2-year-old girl has just been released from the hospital. Police say she was taken by her father, leading to an Amber Alert earlier today. And good evening to you at 6 o'clock.
Now, New York's #1 news. Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
The fallout continues over the president's travel ban. As protests erupt for a second straight day. Some detainees finally free to go.
Yeah, I was super scared, but I'm gonna go back.
Others remain in custody tonight.
They told her while she's on the plane that her visa would be canceled.
More on that story in a minute, but first we want to get some breaking news.
Live's new co-host. Don't miss the big announcement this morning at 9.
This is New York's #1 news. Channel 7 Eyewitness News. With Lori Stokes and Ken Rosado. Heather O'Rourke with traffic. And Bill Evans with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Now, Eyewitness News this morning.
Breaking news at 5 a.m. in a deadly shooting at a pool party. Several people shot, many rushed to surgery. The new developments overnight.
Maiden voyage today. The first ferry departs from the Rockaways to Lower Manhattan. We have new reaction from the first person to buy a ticket.
And government shutdown averted. Big spending deal reached in Congress, but will it pay for the border wall? And good morning, I'm Lori Stokes.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Ken Rosato. It is Monday, May 1st. It is an AccuWeather alert day because of the threat of storms later today.
This is breaking news from Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
We have two big breaking news stories tonight. First, in East Harlem, an attack involving a razor blade at a subway station happened as the victim and the attacker got off a 6 train at the Lexington Avenue, East 116th Street, about 90 minutes ago. The victim, a 60-year-old man, now in serious but stable condition.
We're also following breaking news on the Bronx, where police say a man walked into a precinct and confessed to strangling his girlfriend. He gave officers the address and keys to the apartment in Morris Heights. Inside, they found the body of 21-year-old Indira Ramirez Rivera. Detectives are right now at the scene. And we're going to continue to follow these stories overnight. And good evening to you at 11 o'clock. I'm Liz Cho. Sade is off tonight.
I'm Bill Ritter.
This is WABC-TV, Channel 7 in New York.